Hey, how's it going, everybody? So today I'm making the probably most controversial list out of the tier list that I'm doing that are global specific. Today it's going to be the top 10 overall units in Dokkan. So this one is a little harder to do. So there's a couple of things when it comes to this one. One, I will number it 1 to 10 because it's top 10 overall. I will break down what I think like the tiers are. Like if I, tiered them in like a top 3 as in like this is Z tier, S tier, that thing. I'll do that. But this one I'll do top 10 because I can. It's a little bit easier for it. 2, I'm mixing a lot of TURs and LRs. And that's always kind of difficult to do, especially like it's so much easier to do these when it's just Dokkan Fest or just LRs or just Easy ATU or stuff like that is a lot easier than just every unit in the game because so many units do so many things for different scenarios. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm telling you now, there's going to be a placement on here you don't agree with. Let's just get that out of the way. You're not wrong. I mean, it depends on exactly what you don't agree with, but I'm going to tell you, you're probably not wrong, right? No one's going to agree on this list, but it's how I feel for global right now. Second, or I don't even know, third point. Post 9th anniversary characters are just outright better than pre 9th anniversary characters that we have. So this list is kind of TUR dominated for global right now, which surprisingly, I don't remember the last time when like most of the top 10 characters in the game weren't TURs. Like they've always just kind of been LRs. LRs have always been better, but because all we've gotten on global that are post 9th anniversary characters are LRs, they are TURs. Sorry, I totally just spaced out there. The fact that most of the characters we got post 9th have been TURs, like they're just better than a lot of pre 9th anniversary LRs. I think the only LRs we got that are here are like Gohan right here. Gohan. I haven't used him too much. I'm probably going to misplace him. We'll talk about that. I haven't really used him all that much. He's pretty much LR cooler with guard, right? And in the current meta on global, that can work, but there's some stuff about him. Let's get into now part 2, which is what am I considering global's hardest events? On JP, it's the Cell Max fight, the pretty much the blue zone or whatever you want to call it, and the Majin Buu saga, that stuff, right? The Gohan and Piccolo fight too. Those are like the hard fights. We have none of those. Other than the Majin Buu saga, we have none of those. So my hard fights are pretty much all the fights in the Majin Buu saga. Bibbidi's forces or Babbidi's forces, you can maybe say no. But like Super Buu, Majin Buu Absorbed, and especially Kid Buu are all really hard. Kid Buu's fight literally came out yesterday. So as the time I'm making this, I'm not fully factoring in the Kid Buu. I am factoring it on a couple characters I'll talk about it, but it just came out. So there's still a lot of characters that need to be run in it. I do know the way the fight works, and I have run it multiple times, so I have a good understanding of the fight, but trust me, this list could technically change like 4 weeks from now. Even if we had all the same characters, it could still change in like 4 weeks. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, anyways, the Kid Buu fight just happened, and okay, so we'll see. It could be different. Fusion Zamasu, that's another fight that I'm taking into account. For some characters you could say maybe it's still the hardest fight. I'm gonna say I'm leaning more on like the Super Buu and Kid Buu for sure. I think Kid Buu is probably the hardest fight on global right now. If I had to say, I think Kid Buu is gonna be the hardest fight for sure. I feel confident saying that. Fusion Zamasu, you could say maybe the second, or Super Buu is the second. The Majin Buu Absorbed is like, it can be hard, but it's just so long that a lot of characters can really deal with it. Unless we have a Mega Shenron, I think he's probably the weakest out of all these. Oops, spoiler. Yeah, he's probably like, of these 3 main fights, at this point, he's probably the weakest. He can still do damage, right? I mean, he does 1.4, where he then debuffs you for 40%. So he can still do damage, but I don't know, his time of being like a really scary boss is just coming to an end at this point. Okay, enough yapping on. We've yapped on long enough. Let's get to the list. Starting with number 10, which spoiled. I have a Fusion Zamasu there. I think Fusion Zamasu is still really good. Still holding up pretty well from pre-9th anniversary meta. He can tank pretty damn well in the beginning. And with all those fights you saw, Global still kind of leans towards shorter events right now. The Kid Buu event can be long, but no matter what, you're getting to the final stage of Kid Buu on turn 3. So, like this guy, if you have him on slot 7, he can be his first turn against Kid Buu, like the final, let me just fucking point at it. This phase right here, the int phase of Kid Buu, he could be right here. You're already fighting him on his first turn, right? That could be a possibility. So, like, we are still geared towards shorter content, which is good for this guy. But he also does really good against longer content because he has his domain, which allows him to become invincible. You could not damage this guy. His team still holds up pretty well. He, on that 5th turn, if you can't do your domain, he can take some mean damage, no doubt. He could get hurt, especially if you're not under 70%. So, like, he has flaws and he can get killed, but I think he's holding up pretty well. Enough that I put him at top 10 in the overall game. Number 9, I have Bulma. I think Bulma, again, also is holding up pretty well for pre-9th anniversary character, wherever she's at. There she is. He's holding up really well, actually, for pre-9th anniversary character. She's able to hold her own in these events. She's even able to hold on pretty damn well right now in Global. Again, these bosses, other than really Kid Buu, I think Calquise, once he's like fully building up his damage, he's doing like over 3 million for sure. So like, I know this guy is like very strong once he's built up, once you keep hitting him. Again, I'm not fully considering him too much, right? Again, but like, so like our like, where we're topping our damage on Global right now is 2 million outside of Kid Buu. That's where characters, right? 2 million from Fusion Zamasu, 2 million from Super Buu, well, Super Buu doesn't do, he does 1.4, but AoE, right? 2 million from the Majin Buu Absorbed event, right? The characters in there doing 2 million. Kid Buu does a lot of damage. He built up, but you see like his first phase is 2 million, right? Like these characters were kind of at 2 million, but the Kid Buu event goes way higher than that. So Bulma is able to hold her own. She can hold with these 2 million attacks, and she could get caught, right, in some scenarios, but she's supporting so much, and that support does so much for her. I'm gonna try to speed up. I yapped for so long. I don't want to make this video too long now. After her, we have the Vegeta and Goku. Goku and Vegeta fuse into Vegito. Really good unit. First post 9th anniversary unit. Really strong. They can get beat up, no doubt. Like a lot of content, even on Global, even though we're at a little bit of lower damage, they can, like they can get hurt. But if you get into Vegito, they do pretty damn well. I like them. I think people know a lot about them. They do a lot. Stacking is really good, especially in longer fights. They do really good in the longer fights. You just keep your health up and you're good with them. And you go to Vegito and you pretty much win. Right? Once you're in Vegito, you're doing insane damage and you're looking at where their super attacks are. So really, really good unit. Next, I have Orange Piccolo, an insane character, the only 2022 character on this list, which is incredibly insane to say, but Piccolo holding up really, really damn well. Still really good. On Global, still like one of the only characters that has a team protector mechanic. That becomes a big thing during the anniversary, the 9th anniversary, with like Beast Gohan, Blue Gogeta, and stuff like that. They become like, they have these mechanics that help you protect the whole team. But on Global, we don't have them, so Piccolo is still one of the only characters. There's a couple, there's another one, but Piccolo is one of the only characters that still has that like team protector mechanic to him, which is like really good. The fact that he's still in the top 10 units for Global, at least for me, is like incredible for him. I think he's aging really, really well. After him, I have Buu Tanks. I think this guy is incredibly good. I don't know if he's underrated. I don't think he's underrated at all. I think people know how good he is. This guy on Global is practically untouchable. The new Buu fight touches him for sure. This guy, type disadvantage, 2 million right off the bat. I mean, like, where he's gonna super, so it's not like this 2 million is just like, oh, slot one, turn 1 super right away, right? It's the very end, so you can predict it. It's usually gonna be like slot 3, stuff like that. You're able to know. But still, this guy is doing so much damage that he could hurt Buhan, Tanks. But guess what? He just dodges, right? He has dodge built in, and then you transform, and he's like 1.5 million, 1.6 million after you do a couple supers with dodge and guard. Like, he's incredibly good. Like, there's not much to say about him. Just a really good character. I think I should come in here. I personally, Gohan, I don't have on here. I'd probably put him at 11, but he probably deserves to be like 9, 8. I don't think I put him with Piccolo. I haven't really used him that much, and I don't know. Like, I personally kind of don't like him, but I can see, like, in the current meta, he's not, like, he could hold up just fine, the current meta. I mean, against Boo, he's gonna get stomped, but like a million defense with guard, like, will get you what you need right now in what we currently have. But I don't, like, it's my fucking list. I'm gonna put him where I want right now. I mean, he's like probably 11th for me, 10th, 9th. Nah, no, I don't. He's not better than Bulma. There's no way. There's no way he's better than Bulma. At best, you can put him 10th. Like, that's what I would give you. At best, At best, you can give him 10. Okay, I knew people were gonna ask about, you know, Gohan or think about where Gohan is. Okay, after him, I have okay. So yeah, now we have Exchange Boo. I personally, the split I'm going to make is, I think 5 up is just a different realm. Maybe 6 up. You can maybe put Boo Tanks in that realm with them. I think these top 5 are so much better, like just on a different tier right now than the rest of the game. As in, they're just untouchable. Like, there's no one hurting them except for, of course, literally came out yesterday, Kid Buu. Kid Buu is touching them. He's finally a boss we got on global that hurts them. Finally a boss that hurts them. This guy fully built up will hurt these characters, but other than Kid Buu, no one is touching any of these top 5. Exchange Buu, incredible character. Like, 70% damage reduction, just built in. Here you go. Here's 70% turn 1, have it. And this form right here, Pure Evil. When I play this character, I like to just sit in this. I built my Pure Evil Boo, Pure Offensive, and then I just sit in this. Because he'll tank better in Super Boo, but I think it offsets with the dodge in this form. I think the dodge here offsets the better tanking here, personally. So, like, this guy is just really good. Like, people see, like, the 7% damage reduction is, like, lets him tank so much. It's incredible. After him, I have Gohan. Gohan. 4th best unit in the game. He is that guy, right? He's just that guy. Simple enough. He stacks. He's able to, as this helps him out on the first turn, helps him make sure Knight doesn't get, like, clapped. But then he just sits there and stacks up. Even by, like, turn 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, he'll have a hell of a lot of defense. And you can transform, you're just doing a lot of damage. This guy's really good. I think everyone knows this guy's really good. I don't need to go too much into it. Next, top 3. I have Vegeta at number 3. No surprise. Vegeta, really good. Right? Another stacking. Stacking, guard, damage reduction. I'm literally highlighting nothing. I just started highlighting. Where damage, I don't know. Yeah, I'm dumb. Guard, damage reduction. Right? Transform, guard, damage reduction. I mean, like, it's just, and he's stacking. Like, he's just good. Like, he is also really damn good. Number 2, I have Boo, who I think, like, again, I would maybe controversial. I'd probably have him at 1 on JP. If we're doing a TUR list, not a fucking all units list. Well, calm down. All units list, he's not 1, but on a TURs only, probably Boo is my number 1. But I'm gonna put him at 2 because, of course, number 1 is Goku. I think Super Saiyan 3 Goku is the best unit in the game right now. Personally, I do think he's the best unit in the game. Although, right, if we're counting Boo here, he's really not that good for Boo because you can't hurt him, right? His is a melee, so this guy does nothing to Boo. You literally can't touch Boo with this guy. So yes, I do think he's the best unit in the game, but he's also not the best unit for Boo. I guess theoretically, this guy you could say is the best unit for Boo, because he's actually going to hurt Boo. Boo is just a whole other character to get into, right? I don't know. But anyways, I will still stand by it. Like I said, maybe the list can change. Boo just came out yesterday, but I still stand. Super Saiyan 3 Goku here is the best character in the game right now, to me. I don't think any other character, I mean, you can maybe make an argument for Boo. Right now, Global's still in a shorter fight meta. We're still, like, Fusion Zamasu is still on our radar. It's still on our radar, while on JP, it's not really. Like, no one even really considers Fusion Zamasu anymore. Here, we still do, and it's just like, yeah, like, he's clearing all these events easily. Well, except for the newest one that just came out. He's not clearing that one. He'll help you with the first phase. In fact, there's a thing where, like, if you can kill this guy before, like, if you can kill him, you're able to completely skip this. Now, could Goku kill this guy? It's going to be very hard, but, I mean, I guess it's theoretically possible. You could just nuke him and take him out with Goku. Maybe. Who knows? I haven't tried it yet. So, that's the list. I hope you guys, like it. I know you guys are not going to agree with it. Maybe you'll have some things that you kind of see. And again, the Boo really kind of threw this into a wench. I'll probably update this list in like a week or two after I really get a feel for the Boo fight. But I really wanted to put this out because I don't want to put out my first 2 lists and then I'm like, oh, let me just wait 3 weeks and then I'll put out more. I mean, I just want to get these kind of all grouped together. So that's how I feel on the top 10 units in the game. I think very interesting. Top 5 are TURs, bottom 5 are all LRs. I think that's very funny. I don't remember the last time we've had so many TURs in the top 10 list of like overall the game. It's been like a minute, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's not that long ago and I just don't remember. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed and I hope to see you guys again next time. Peace out.